Stay Ukrainian, my friends. Stay
Sponsored by Ukrainian Credit Union. Believe it or not, it's me, Ron Cahoot, with
Stay Ukrainian, my friends.
Stay Ukrainian, my friends.
I'd like to welcome you all to the 5th Annual UCU Scholarship Gala. There have been a number before, but as a formality and as a gathering, this is the 5th.
Well, it's that time of year again, Taras, isn't it?
It is.
Taras Rohatin from the Ukrainian Credit Union. It's that time of year when you honor the university students that get A's.
At least an A.
At least A? What's above A plus, I
I'll
guess?
say A plus, and it gets higher at that point. Looking at some of the marks that we've seen coming in, exceptional.
Yeah, it's like in the old days, a lot of universities, they'd start at 100 and work down until they feel like medical, until they filled their. Sometimes they didn't get very low. It's
Absolutely. And you know, we look at the quality of the students now. Now I'm going to say, when we went to university and masters or whatever the case is, you had something like a computer science. Now you have 20 divisions of computer, and you can't now.
I don't know what half these courses are that they're taking.
Absolutely, and I mean the kids that we're actually presenting to, and I did it last year and this year. You start looking at the difficulty and the degree and what they're getting involved in. It's absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
and then how they're accomplishing it and what they're accomplishing.
Since we began holding these awards and these ceremonies several years ago, we have made it a tradition of inviting well-known Ukrainian community leaders and activists to share some of their experiences or advice following their schooling with you.
Вони вибрали вас через те, що ваш портфоліо, ваші резюме, ви маєте рекорд такі гарні науки, такі гарні успіхів, що кредитівка управа подивилася і сказала, I invest in that, that looks good. Okay? То ви отримали ці не як нагороди, а як інвестименти. То є інвестиція вашої науки, то є інвестиція вашої, кажемо, щоб вам легше пішло, щоб ваша зірка піднімалася легше.
In this particular case, for these scholarships, they have to be equally active in the Ukrainian community. And
Absolutely. And if they're not, well, it's unfortunate. And they have to be members of the credit union. They have to have at least 2 years under their belt.
my late mother's philosophy of life was the busier you keep the kids, the less chance they have to get into trouble.
And you know what? Looking at the resumes,
Yeah.
these kids don't have very much time for school, let alone the Ukrainian community.
Yeah.
Quite amazing.
Справді, Українська кредитова спілка – це унікальна фінансова установа. Чому? Тому що ми не тільки фінансова установа, але ми частина громади. Ми відчуваємо цей кооперативний дух. Що це кооперативний дух? Коли люди, наші іммігранти, зібралися вже майже 75 років тому, щоб зорганізувати цю спілку, щоб була надія для громади, щоб зібрати мізерні свої ощадження і тоді надавати між собою кредити. І так починалася наша спілка.
How much money are you giving away?
In total, 16,000.
Wow, man.
And there are 4 community awards, and then we actually look at the board chair award. One of our past chairs, Eugene Roman. Then we look at Mr. Setnik, and we look at Mr. Rebrick. And those are the principal
that
awards.
included in the 16?
Yes.
The first 4 1000 UCU Community Leadership Award recipients in alphabetical order are Oya Natesh, and I'll call her forward, please, who is in her third year at Concordia University in her field of study in economic and environmental studies. She is a member of SUN Montreal, is a teacher at the Metropolitan Andriy Sheptetsky and Taras Shevchenko Ukrainian School. She is a recipient of the Ukrainian Quebec Centennial Scholarship and Father Yustafat John Scholarship.
Ця нагорода додасть тільки у розвитку не тільки моєму особисто, але у розвитку громади. Я і надалі працюватиму з українською громадою, як в Монреалі, так і, надіюся, в інших провінціях. Дуже вам дякую за гостинний прийом і Дуже приємно тут перебувати, дуже вам дякую.
Is Nadia Lishchuk, who's in her fourth year at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Nadia Lishchuk. Honors Bachelor of Science majoring in chemistry and is wishing to pursue a PhD in mathematical sciences. She also has a Bachelor of Education and is the OECTA representative on Bachelor of Education Student Association. She's actively involved in the Oshawa Ukrainian community and belongs to a number of and has been Ukrainian dancing groups in Oshawa.
So I'm very fortunate, obviously, to have grown up in this community for a variety of reasons. But I want to say a big thank you to the Ukrainian Credit Union for not only investing in all of our education for all of us here tonight, but also as a Ukrainian bank for investing in the Ukrainian community in the diaspora. We're all very blessed, so thank you.
Now, again, looking at these kids here, I mean, when I'm looking at the backgrounds, absolutely amazing. And what not only our community, but Canada's going to get out of it is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Difficult process?
We actually mechanized and we went computerized this year. So we actually engaged a young entrepreneur who's actually getting into the scholarship business. He provided us with the physical means of being able to get applications online. Had a couple little glitches, but every one of the scholarship directors were able to access it, analyze it. The one good thing was that if you didn't meet the criteria of the application, there was an automatic reject, and there was a very kind letter that was sent out saying you didn't meet on the following basis. So that really, compared to last year, saved us hours and hours of time.
Yeah.
And we'll tweak the system, it'll only get better from now on.
Our next winner is Martin Lebed, who's in his first year at Wilfrid University studying commerce, working towards a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. He is a member of the Laurier Economic Club, the Kitchener-Waterloo Ukrainian Student Club, and is a camp counselor for Help Ukraine. Martin is also the co-founder of ClassFit.
Наша громада мені дала багато можливостей виростати і виховатися у українському оточенні. І закінчив туру в школі УНО-Захід і довго ходив до посту, де добровольці мною заопікувалися. Тепер я маю можливість допомагати іншим і працювати з молоддю в пласті і Help Us Help the Children нове покоління. Ще раз дуже вам дякую і бажаю кредитівці далі успіх у підтримці нашої громади.
Our last, but definitely not our least recipient, is Melania Ibarroda, who's in her first year at my hometown, Laurentian University, studying in the field of forensic science. She's also a dancer with the Yavor School of Ukrainian Dance, is a member of Odum and Sum and Canadian Life Saving Society, and is a volunteer for Yadrog at St. Mary's Ukrainian Catholic Church.
Я хочу подякувати Українській кредитовій спілці за цю щиру стипендію. Це мені дасть нагоду далі продовжувати свої студії на університеті та буду далі продовжувати працю в українській команді. Дякую.
I mean, we're looking at a GPA. So our minimum standard is 80%.
Well, that's not bad.
And if you don't meet 80%,
If you're in medical school and you can't get an 80%, I don't want you to operate on
if you're in chemistry and physics and biochemistry, etc., if you don't have an 80%, you're going nowhere.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And every one of the candidates, irrespective of what they were taking, had a GPA greater than 80%. To the point where there was one individual that had 97%. And that's just one of our kids. Totally, very, very active in the community. And yet, you take a look.
Has an affinity for it.
Yes, without question.
I mean, you have to have it to get that kind of mark.
Yeah, and I expect in these particular cases, these kids and these kids themselves, they probably just walk into class and it's like osmosis. It just absolutely just absorbs into their body. Quite amazing.
It is.
Цього року стипендію голова Ради директорів Української кредитової спілки здобула Віолетта Скрипник. The Chair's Award is being presented to Violetta Skripnik, who is in her fourth year at York University and her major is art history. Violetta is a volunteer at St. Vladimir Institute and Ukrainian Self-Reliance League of Canada, is a camp social counselor, and is an active member of the Krolisok singing ensemble in Zagreb. As she is unfortunately unable to be here tonight, her mother will accept the award in her place.
The Eugene Roman Scholarship is awarded to a student showing community involvement and studying in a program leading to a career in the technology sector. So this year, the award is being presented to Luka Doshko, who is in his 4th year at Carleton University pursuing a Bachelor of Computer Sciences degree. He is a Plus Camp counselor, a Svitlichka daycare counselor, volunteers for Canada 100% Green Rally, is a lifeguard, and programmed the Bike Messenger video.
Мені велика честь отримати цю стипендію по імені Євгена Романа. За цією стипендією я планую продовжувати моє навчання з комп'ютерами і також з волонтерством в українській громаді. Технологія – це потужна і зростаюча сфера. І ця нагорода допоможе мені розвинути вміння, які мені потрібно процвітати як спеціаліст у цій інноваційній дільниці.
Мені припадає велика честь представити цьогорічного стипендіата меморіальної стипендії правління Української кредитової спілки в пам'ять Василя Ситника Лізі Синчук. This award is being presented to Lisa Sinchuk, who is in her 4th year at Wilfrid Laurier University, pursuing a Bachelor of Business Administration degree, majoring in financial mathematics. Ooh. She is a SUNC member and has been their national SUNC president for 2 years. She is a member of the Kitchener-Waterloo Ukrainian Association of Students, is an instructional assistant with a business math course, and is a member of PLAS and Ukrainian School of Dance. Congratulations.
Мені дуже приємно мати нагоду прийняти цю престижну нагороду сьогодні ввечері. Я вже важко працюю 4 роки, щоб закінчити мою програму, і мені лише рік залишився. Я ходжу до Laurier Waterloo, і за ці останні роки я багато навчилася. Не тільки в класах, але в громаді також. Переселятися не було легко, бо я не привикла жити без сильної торонтонської громади. Але мені дуже пощастило, що мене запросили допомагати вчити танці в школі Розмаї. І так я почала свою активну участь в новій громаді. Одразу стало легше мені, бо я знала, що щотижня я маю нагоду спілкуватися з людьми нашої громади, але найприємніше мені є нагода вчити нашу культуру до наступного покоління української діаспори. І тут я зрозуміла, що де-небудь можна знайти українців, там можна вчитися вдома. Знову хочу подякувати Українській кредитовій спілці за постійну підтримку навчання студентів, бо ця поміч не дарма, і вона обов'язково повернеться інвестиція в майбутнє нашої діаспори і громади.
Мені припадає велика честь представити цьогорічного стипендіата меморіальної стипендії правління Української кредитової спілки Limited пам'ять пана Михайла Реприка до Романа Короля. This award is presented to Roman Korol, who is in his 4th year at the University of Toronto, majoring in chemistry and physics in the pursuit of Bachelors of Arts and Sciences. Roman volunteers with We Love Ukraina, Vyshyvanka Day, as you could tell, and the UCPBA in Toronto. He is a peer tutor at the University of Toronto and has been the recipient of multiple academic and community scholarships and awards, including the Scholarship of the President of Ukraine.
Завдяки вам, завдяки українській громаді, завдяки людям, які вкладають час, сили, гроші в нашу громаду. Наша громада буде і далі зростати, буде і далі приносити плоди. Я дуже вдячний за це.
And we have a new one, although it's been around for a while. It's the New Pathway Award. And it's a journalist award, which we're giving away. It's $3,000. And we never really had any candidates appropriate for the award itself. This year, we had 4.
Journalism, you really?
And of that, we had to make a selection. And it's going to be a good selection. Now, part of that is that the young gentleman has to actually write an article to the New Pathway once a month in order to receive his full award.
The award is being presented to Danielle Marchuk. Danielle is in his 1st year at Queen's University, majoring in film studies and English. He is also a volunteer at the Kingston Film Festival, volunteers at St. Vladimir's Church, and received the Joachim School Visual Awards. Some of his photographs have been featured in the Hamilton Spectator.
I'd like to thank you, the Ukrainian Credit Union, for this wonderful award. I'm honored. I hope to live up to the expectation and provide a monthly article for everyone to read and for the newspaper. I appreciate everything that the Scholarship Committee has done, and I hope to honor everyone. Thank you.
Well, as always, congratulations
Дякую, Романе.
to the Ukrainian Credit Union for doing this every year, and never mind how much other money you give to the community, but it's a marvelous thing that you guys do all the time, and just never, there's no end to it.
I'll put it this way. See you next year.
There you go.
Sounds good?
There you go. Maybe we can get to 17,000.
Or 20.
Or 20,000.
I'm a director for a couple more years, so I might be able to work it out.
Yeah, we'd have to come up with some new awards.
Absolutely.
Well, this is great. And again, have a wonderful evening. Look forward to seeing all the kids. I call them kids.
Kids, so do I.
They're
Absolutely.
kids.
And I'll finish off with what you say. Stay Ukrainian, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. There you go.
Stay Ukrainian, my friends. Stay
Sponsored by Ukrainian Credit Union. Believe it or not, it's me, Ron Cahoot, with
Stay Ukrainian, my friends.
Stay Ukrainian, my friends. Still needs an accordion.